Alright, Tomcats, show me what you got. Alright, into the merge. Roll over. Alright, we're gonna overspeed a little bit, just a little bit. Web. Underneath the gun. Oh, shoot. Okay, cut throttle. Up and over. Hop to flaps. Come on, MLA. Come on, MLA. Hey, yo, watch out. My god. The MLA, the old king of top tier. Is it still a valuable aircraft? Hopefully I can answer that question in today's video. How's it going, everyone? Eclipse here. Thank you so much for stopping by, and in today's video we are taking out, as you can see here, the Mig-23MLA, my favorite aircraft in War Thunder besides the F4 EJ Kai. Now, the MLA was a vehicle that, or the MiG-23s in general, were vehicles that a lot of people hated and feared for a reason. These things were scary to go up against. Their armament was crazy. Their variable wing sweep was absolutely insane. And if you came across a pilot that they knew what they were doing, well, it just made your life that much harder to win that match. The reason for me even making this video was because I was just not having any sort of luck with getting the footage I need for the mouse. Every single time I got into a match, I would always get bombed by a PEA, or I would get into battle when the match was just ending. But in today's video, the loadout that I am carrying for the MiG-27, or MiG-23 rather, sorry, is 2 R-24Ts, really good IR missiles, and 4 R-60s. As you can see here, there is a Phantom up in front of me. We launch a R-24T his direction, and he's gonna eat that missile. Then I start pulling for the Sukhoi 22, and then I noticed that there was a MiG-27K heading my direction. I don't know about the flight performance of the MiG-27K, but I think it can't pull as hard as me, so we just come up and over him and we ignore him and run away, because I know there's a Mirage somewhere in the area, and I will zoom away. I noticed that there is a Matra near me, and I panic flare thinking that it was going to help, but it just kind of veers off and does its own little thing, and we are just running. The way you play this aircraft is that you need to do hit and run attacks. You really don't want to loiter around unless you absolutely have to. F-14s come in and absolutely save my skin by taking out the Mirage, as you'll see here in a couple of seconds. Tomcat players may be useless, but they do have their uses sometimes. And here we are, we're just kind of just loitering around just a wee bit, and then I noticed there's another Phantom off in the distance, and we have a nice and juicy R-24T. You basically want to launch these at the range of 2 to 3 kilometers, not the range that I'm launching them at. A little bit closer, so that way they don't have a chance to flare them. But luckily this dude wasn't paying attention, and he just absolutely eats the R-24T right there. Last person on the enemy team is a MLD, a competitor to the MLA, although with the MLD has slats on its wings, meaning it can pull high AOA, but is not as maneuverable as the MLAs. So we are simply just gonna burn in his direction, and I thought that these Tomcats over here were gonna kill him, but nah, they didn't. So we did a little jump cut there, and we are at his base. I warm up an R60 and realize that he's heading my direction, and I immediately pull down and set the wings to manual wing sweep, which before I took off, I set them to 0, so that way I don't have to worry about adjusting them. Realize I'm going a little bit too fast. I extend the air brake so I can get the wings out fully, roll over them. I do almost black out, and we're in a rolling scissors, and he just simply cannot keep up with me, so I pull up and over. I simply just black out, lose sight of him for a moment. When I wake up, I realize that he's under me, and here comes a Tomcat that I thought was going to kill him, but fails to do so, as you can see here. So we pop the takeoff flaps to get a little bit more pull, warm up an R60, and we are just simply going to sit on his SIG. I'm holding off because I don't know if he's paying attention or not, and I eventually do fire off the R60, as you'll see here in a couple of seconds. Just waiting to get a little bit closer, and once we are in that 1 kilometer range here in a second, we fire off the R60 and he immediately flares it. Then he does something stupid. He tries to engage to a dogfight with me again, and then simply tries to run away. Now I don't know if he ran out of flares or just was not paying attention, but we give him another R60, and well, he just completely eats dirt. GG MLD. See you next time. So with that match out the way, let me talk about the MLA itself. Is the aircraft any good? Well, in my honest opinion, yes. But in this day and age where Tomcats and Mirage 2000s are the most dominant aircraft, it kinda struggles, and I say kinda in a loose term. F-14 over here gets absolutely destroyed by the R-24 and then starts complaining in chat. But the MiG-23s and 27s, they're not top dogs anymore, and it kinda shows, but not too much. since half the time F-14 pilots don't know what they're doing, they don't know how to use variable wing sweep, you can get away with a whole lot of cheeky stuff. And with the Mirage 2000s, well, you can't really do much to counter them, as their radar is just far superior to yours, meaning they can track you even if you dive down below to the deck because of that pulse Doppler radar. So when using this aircraft, you have to learn its strengths and weaknesses, what it can and cannot do, and most of all, you have to learn to use that variable wing sweep to your advantage, because most of the players that you go up against, they're not going to expect you to fully sweep your wings in a turn to make you turn tighter to outrate them. But as you can see here, there is a Tomcat that's loitering over me. He dives down on me. I immediately pop the variable wing sweep and notice that there is a Phantom coming in my direction. He fires a missile at me, and then also there's a missile coming at me from behind. Completely managed to outflare both the missiles. I get peppered just a little bit, lose a flap, no big deal, and I'm still able to outrun circles with these guys. They can't absolutely do anything to me, which is kind of funny. And an MLD, a friendly one, just comes in and cleans them both up, saving my skin once again. Now with those two enemies dealt with, I start looking around for my next target. I look up and notice that there is a Phantom heading in our direction. I flare just in case his missile comes onto me, and he's distracted by that 104. And even though we have a damage flap, we were still able to pull nice and easily onto the dude 6. We warp an R60, we fire off in his direction, and that R60 is going to track nicely, kills him, and that's kill number 2. Unfortunately, the last enemy of that match flew towards our airfield and got bonked by our Rollins, and so that was the end of that previous match. Next game in, heading on with a Tomcat, launch a R24T his direction. He doesn't flare, he thinks guns are more important, and gets absolutely destroyed. And that's going to be kill number 1. F5 coming my direction. I warm up another R24T thinking it was going to hit him, but as you can see here, as soon as we launch, he pops a lot of flares, which causes the R24 to completely miss him. He tries to head on me. I pull up and over his nose and zooms past me, and then I notice that there's an F4J off over here, so I start pulling in towards him, and he's not paying attention. I accidentally fire a little bit too early, so the R60 at first shot kind of veers off course and goes somewhere. Fire another R60 his direction, kills him. Then I immediately start tracking this Tomcat in front of me. He's completely oblivious, but I did not know that at the time. I thought he was paying attention, and then I realized he's not, so we're just going to give him a nice toasty R60 up the rear end. Goodbye, Tomcat. 3 kills in a very quick succession. Now is my time to, well, zoom away, because during that whole furball fight, my team just absolutely got clapped besides me and an MLD. So I went to run away because there's an F5E and a Tomcat bearing down on me. So I fold the wings back a little bit just to give me some more speed. Then I noticed there's a MiG-23MLA coming in, and he just absolutely gets destroyed. And I figure, oh crap, I need to go help him before he gets clapped. But unfortunately, the Tomcat missile hits him before I could save him. I am sorry, dude. I tried to avenge him by pulling in, but I started to black out as I am pulling a lot more G's than my pilot can handle. Try to head on the F5, but I decided to change my mind and roll away, and then Tomcat sits on my 6. Now I have nothing to do. I basically, for the entire duration of this clip that you're going to see, I try to get them to overshoot, and I simply can't. My biggest threat is the Tomcat. The F5E isn't really all that much of a threat to me, and so we're just going to chase after him. I do a little jump cut here because I just simply ran away from them, and as soon as the F5E turned back, I turned back towards them, and it continued like that. F5E bails out because I'm assuming he ran out of fuel or just got tired of chasing me, which is fair because he can't really do anything to me. The only thing that can is that Tomcat. As soon as I notice that the F5E bails away, I simply go back and engage that Tomcat. Low on fuel and low on options, there's not much I can do but kind of just say screw it, I'm gonna full send it, and it kind of does work because I do end up getting 5 kills. So now we're hunting down the Tomcat. Tomcat's heading on me. I don't fire because I don't know if he has a missile, so we just dip below him. He tries to follow, I pull up and over, he completely overshoots, and now we're into a good dogfight. I turn into him and he just kind of starts zooming up into space for I don't know why. Fire an R60 at him because he's just not paying attention, or if he was, he did not have any flash to do anything about it, and so that R60 is going to track and kill him instantly. kill number 4. Now here at this point, I tried to RTB because, well, low fuel, and I really don't want to fight that F5E on low fuel. And then I started getting pinged, and I got confused because I thought I had killed all the F14s, and in reality, there was one F14 still up and loitering my direction. I start looking, and then I noticed that there's a fast-moving dot coming my direction, so I immediately start pitching down to get a little bit more speed. He fires the Phoenix at me. I pull into it, flare a little bit. As you'll see here, I flare a little bit. I only have one flare left, and I pull up over just before I had enough energy to detonate. We go into a head-on, and well, when we're going to head-on, I tried to pull away, but at that point, it was too late, and I did get the kill, so technically, I got 5 kills. But with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe, as it does help the channel and it makes you one very cool person. As always, it's been your host Eclipse, flying the MLA again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Half of my plane is made of wood. Please, please. Come on. Yeah! Oh god. Ethan's gonna launch an aim-9L at me. I gotta get behind this mountain before he does that.
I have no air-to-airs left. Looks like it's a dogfight now. I think that Vigan's out as well. Come my way.
I got 3 R60s.
Yeah, Vigan's RTB. I'm gonna go after this F4 here.
Watch that. Get screwed. Oil's overheated. That's not good.
Was that 810 die? I wasn't really paying attention.
He's still.
Yeah. Missile on you. F5 RTB, I think.
This F4 is still sitting on me.
Yeah. Come my way. Missile. If you can distract him. Might be able to get him here. Oh, missed. Flipping around.
Over the nose, over the nose, over the nose, over the nose. Nick, I can't hold on forever. Yeah!
Alright. Does A10 still have missiles?
He has 1. Oh. No, wait, if that's the A, he's still gonna have 3.
An RTB after I get this guy here. Or you got him, maybe?
I can get him.
Missile, missile, missile.
He's not happy, I can tell you that much.
Out of ammo. Out of rounds. I don't know if he still has a missile or not.
Missiling you. I got him.
RTB, thank you.
Yeah, bingo fuel.